NNRG.
Okay, so I'm kind of tackling this one a little differently. Normally, when I cover a game here on No Nostalgia Retro Gaming, I try to make sure that the game is working properly first, but that in turn semi-spoils it for me, like just slightly. And then I'm also doing that just to inform myself whether I need to read the manual or not. But in this case, with today's game, Spy vs. Spy, I've played the NES version before. And I know that this game, that there were a bunch of different Spy vs. Spy games, and that some of them are similar to the NES version, but some of them are different. And I don't know what this is going to be. So I kind of want to surprise myself here to see what iteration of the Spy vs. Spy game this is going to be. So I've got a tape file here. I'm going to auto start it. This is my first time trying this. So I have absolutely no idea if this is going to run properly or not. Maybe it'll need to go into PAL mode, in which case I'll have to stop the recording, start it back up. That's always annoying, but we'll see. So screen's gone blank. What are we going to get? Okay, it looks like we have a Remember logo. So proudly presents Spy vs. Spy. Apparently this game was made in '84. And this is Remember's 128th release, according to this. Also, I just saw in the scroller at the bottom there that there was documents typed in here. Oh, it's saying that again, even. So looks like we're going to have some instructions regardless. So might as well get started here. Spacebar. So, yep, there's the documents. The mission. You are the White Spy. This is your mission, should you decide to accept it. Collect the 4 secret items together with a briefcase, locate the only exit, and board your plane, all within the time limit. To complicate matters, your opposite number on the black side has been sent with the same mission. You have only your wits and latest Trapulator model FSS-84. The ultimate white victory is in your hands. I don't think that last sentence should be worded that way. Okay, but I'm looking at the keys listed at the bottom there. It's saying to use the joystick, white player port 1, black player port 2. That kind of suggests to me that this might actually be the one that's on the NES version, and it's just that if you're playing one player, you have to play as the white spy. You can't play as the black spy. But I'm not sure. Although, quickly make sure that I've got it set up so that joystick 1 is in port 1. There's apparently an options screen. Let's read on here. When the game is started, you're presented with the options screen. Modify the following options: number of players, difficulty level, computer opponent IQ, exit revealed or hidden. You know, I'm reading this. It sounds like it might be just like the NES version. Because this is the thing. I don't own the NES version of Spy vs. Spy, but I have played it multiple times. This is a game that is incredibly fun 2 players. But if you only play it 1 player, the computer AI is actually done surprisingly well for this kind of game. That is, if this is just like the NES version. It might be. Yeah, there's a lot of details in here. Okay, well, let's see how this goes. Hit run stop to start, and we got a blank screen. Mad Magazine's official Spy vs. Spy by Mike Rydell. First Star Software from 1984. Do I just push the button? Oh yeah, this is looking just like the NES version. Although, this actually looks a little more dynamic. Like, the NES version has this same sort of layout, but it's a lot more, it doesn't have like that sort of 3D effect with the little gauges at the side of the screen. You actually have to use the joystick to set these. Okay, so level of difficulty determines how many rooms and how much time is on the clock. So basically, as you increase the difficulty, all the numbers go up. The last option here is hide airport till end. So basically, once the game is ready to end, that's when the airport will appear. I just noticed at the bottom for Black's screen there that it's saying to use joypoint 2 for the white spy, or for the single player mode. So the instructions were slightly wrong on that, although the instructions didn't indicate any differences between the modes. So I guess fire button to start the game. Oh, what? We got put into the same room right away? What? I don't know if I'm winning this battle. Probably not? No. Okay, so... Now the way this works is if you die, you actually have to wait a little. So... Okay, that's interesting. It's actually showing the path the spies are taking. Okay, so I had the briefcase, but now I don't? Yeah, so there's the briefcase. I think you need the briefcase to carry more than one item at a time. Okay, I got some kind of item there. It looks like we're fighting each other again. These combat controls are weird. I'm not quite certain how that's supposed to be working. Because yeah, the thing is, I don't actually know what a lot of these things are that I'm picking up here. Like, I'm trying to figure it out. Like, I don't know what that is. I just picked something up. If I push the button, it, like, gets rid of it. Oh, I've got a menu here, so I can pick things to drop down. Oh, wait, the game just ended. Because the Black Spy made it out with the required items. Okay then. That didn't go well for me. Okay, I mean, I swear I've played this before on the NES, but this doesn't seem to be controlling like the NES version. Like, I mean, one thing to consider is that we've got a joystick with one button. On the NES, you had a D-pad with 4 buttons. So that could be part of the confusion going on here, is maybe certain things have been streamlined differently. I'm going to restart this and look at the documentation again, just to see what I'm missing in terms of the controls. Okay, so best I can tell, reading through the instructions, is that if you're holding a particular item and you push the button, it just sort of automatically assumes that you want to drop the item that you're holding, if you're not using the item correctly. So in terms of the briefcase, I think what's going on is after you acquire the briefcase, you just sort of keep it, I think. Like, it's not really describing these things exactly, but at least I have a better idea of what's going on with all the different things that I've been finding. So I think I'll be okay now. Because one of the things that's important with this game is that you have to sort of set traps for the opponent in order to ensure that you can get rid of them. Because the idea is that the items you're trying to find, there's only one of in each run through the game. So if the opponent spy gets one of the items you need, you gotta finagle it out of them somehow. So let's try this again. This is gonna start us in it started us in the same room again. Well, at least now I know how to do the combat properly. Yeah, basically, you just swing the D-pad around and you should get a lot of hits in. Like, the computer AI is going nuts trying to deal with me swinging like this. Okay, I finally got him. That took a ridiculous number of hits to get him. Don't really know what was up with that. Anyways, we got the briefcase, so let's move on here. Okay, I finally got away from him. Let's see if we can find some important stuff here. So these white things on the walls actually have a remedy in them. So as you can see, there's like wire cutters for dealing with one of the different kinds of traps. Okay, so I've collected one of the necessary items, but the problem is that I need the briefcase to collect more than one of them. Although it's not flashing. If the item's flashing, that's supposed to indicate that you don't have the briefcase, I think. Okay, so if we want to set a trap, we have to hit the button twice. Then select the kind of trap we want. So let's do, oh, never mind. He entered the same room as me. And now he's following me. Okay, let's set a bomb no, stop getting in my way. Well, one thing is, if we can defeat the Black Spy right here, we'll actually be able to take his stuff, potentially. Like, I mean, I know I've hit him more times than he's hit me, but this is taking a lot of hits. Okay, we got him. Okay, so that, as you can see, it's flashing there to indicate we've got the briefcase and we've got those 2 items. So let's move on here. Okay, you know what? This is a dead-end room here, so what I should do is hide the briefcase in there, because I can't carry everything at once. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up... Yeah, let's set up a bomb trap in here. Just put it right there. And now, when the AI tries to go back in there to grab it, he's going to get an interesting surprise. Oh wait. There he got the... Never mind. He got the remedy for that particular trap. So he was able to disarm it. Yeah, so there's different kinds of remedies depending on the different traps you use. So he got the bucket of water, which is what you use to put out the bomb. Of course, the interesting thing now is the Black Spy's kind of done all the work. He's already gone around and picked up all the items. So if I can take him out here, then I'll be able to pick up the briefcase with everything in it. Okay, it's a good thing I know how to do the combat now. Otherwise, I'd be in a lot of trouble. Okay, so now that we've got all the stuff, which we didn't have to find on our own accord, let's see if we can find the exit. Whoops, did not want to go back down there. So let's go up. Let's actually... let's set a time bomb. Or, keeps interrupting me. Okay, I'm managing to get away from... Oh, there he is again. Ah, darn it. So here's the thing, if you're carrying objects and the spies change rooms, then whenever they end up in the same room, they drop whatever they were carrying. So that kind of means we have to keep moving here. So let's try this again. Let's get the time bomb going. Get the briefcase. Leave the room. And hope the other spy goes in there. Well, it doesn't matter, we just found the airport. Okay, so we actually managed to win that one. Now granted, the AI kind of did most of the work for us that time. But, you know. Yeah, so the idea is normally if you're playing this on a much higher difficulty setting, there's a lot more rooms to deal with. And as a result of that, you have to pay a lot more attention in terms of where you're going and where everything has been. So, I don't know, it's like, for some reason this doesn't feel like it plays as well as the NES version. Like, I mean, if I get out of the room right now, like, why is the Black Spy following me? Like, there's no reason to. I don't have any items. Okay, I found one of the items, so now I actually have to defend myself so I can take that item. Because, yeah, the way it works is you can carry items around, but the briefcase, ultimately, when you put the items in the briefcase, then the briefcase carries all of those items. But at the same... It's kind of hard to explain. Basically, you can carry one item in your hands at a time, and anytime you push the button, you're like dropping the item. Right? So right now I'm trying to find the briefcase. Okay, so apparently there is another item in this room. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up this trap. So the gun trap, you actually have to connect to a door. I'm going to connect it to that door. So that when he tries to come back in, it'll go off and it'll get him. At least that's the hope. Okay, we found another one of the items. Yeah, see? The Black Spy just got hit by the trap that I laid. And for this room, I think I'm gonna set the spring trap to just to get him in case he tries to go for the items in there, because I need the briefcase. I need the briefcase if I want to be able to get all the items. Oh right, that's for an umbrella for water traps. Although I'm noticing the Black Spy isn't really placing any traps himself. Maybe the AI is just not very good at doing that on the lower skill settings. Well, the briefcase has got to be hidden somewhere, but so far neither of us have found it. Oh wait, the black spy just found the briefcase. That's a problem. So I'm gonna go back down, and I don't know how to, I think the map is this icon over here. Yeah, so either the black spy is going to come out. Oh no, wait, the black spy knows what trap I put in there. Because yeah, if you're paying attention to what the other player is doing, the idea is you can take advantage of the fact that you can see what the other player is doing, and if you remember where he's put certain traps, you can get the appropriate remedy to basically gain access to wherever that trap is, so that you can get whatever's items in there. Like, that's the whole reason for setting the traps, is to, in case you want to protect something that you know where it is, but you can't really keep it with you because you don't have the briefcase. It's a little weird, but, you know, it kind of makes sense. I think part of the reason it's taking so many hits is because the AI, or not just the AI, but I think the different spies actually regenerate health. Because, yeah, that takes so many hits. Wait, where did the... Maybe the briefcase is in here for some reason? Maybe it's in here? No. I don't understand where the briefcase went. Oh no, it ended up in that room for some reason. Because the black spy just picked it up out of that room. Like, normally items are supposed to drop in the same room that... you were in when your combat begins, but... I guess for some reason it decided to go 2 rooms down? That was weird. Why is this taking so many hits? Like, I don't understand this. I've hit him like 24 times by this point. Okay, finally! Holy jeez, that takes forever. And also the items aren't in there again. Like, where are the items dropping? Okay, the black spy just picked up the items again. I really don't understand how it is that the items keep dropping in places that don't make a... Okay, that only took like a few hits. Okay, well, I've got the items now, and because I've defeated the black spy in combat so many times now, his time limit to escape has dropped down tremendously. So, even if I didn't find the airport just now, if he ran out of time, then it would just be up to me to continue doing the rounds through the building until ultimately getting out. So, Anyways, that was Spy vs. Spy. Plays like the NES version. There are some differences. It doesn't feel as smooth or as well tuned as the NES version. Like, that's the best way I can put it, because I remember the NES version just flowing better. But then at the same time, this really is more of a 2-player game than a 1-player game. It's just, I do find it interesting how good the AI is on a 1-player mode. And in fact, the funny thing here is if you leave it sit, it actually goes into a demo mode, and once again, it starts both spies in the same room. Like, I don't remember the NES version doing that. I remember the NES version starting the spies in different rooms so that it doesn't come down to a fist fight right at the start. But then, maybe I'm just misremembering things. But as you can see here, we could just watch these guys go at it, because the AI is good enough to be able to play against itself. Like, we can see that the white spy just booby-trapped that dresser there, the black spy's got the briefcase. But yeah, Spy vs. Spy for the Commodore 64, just like the NES version, and whether that's a good or a bad thing, white spy just... Wait a minute, the white spy was the one who placed that! Got detonated by his own booby trap. But yes, so it's definitely a better 2-player game than 1-player game, but you can at least see what they're going for with this kind of setup here.